I sent you 3 films.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said.
He did.
I said I'm not gonna say what they are because we might review one another time. But I said choose one, and you chose this.
I did.
Do you know why you chose this?
I did. I do know why I chose it because I was actually planning to watch it.
Oh, is it?
I saw the trailer, a while back actually, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I want to give this a go. I was actually supposed to originally watch it with my sister, but then obviously we had the conversation about to review, so I was like, okay, I gotta watch it now. Can't wait for it. So yeah, that's why I chose it. Still, I was planning to watch this.
Did you hear anything about it?
No.
Is it that you just saw the trailer that you
Just
wanted to
saw the
watch
trailer on Amazon.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, you know. Well, I don't want to say too much about it just yet, but I thought, yeah, you know what? Let me give this a try. See what it's saying.
Okay, that's interesting. Have you seen a Nollywood film before?
No.
This was your first Nollywood film?
This is my intro.
Okay, interesting.
No, I've seen
you've seen clips and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen, you know, what the kind of premise is and like the I guess the genre style of Nollywood movies, but I've never actually sat down properly and watched one like I've watched this.
All right, so that's interesting. First of all, I didn't expect you to have seen a Nollywood film, not being ignorant. I'm going to be honest. Okay. I'm going to be honest because I feel like myself, you've seen clips and little trailers that I've seen, and they've not been impressive. I myself, we've reviewed a Nollywood film before.
Okay.
Can't remember what it's called. Akira or...
Did you give it a watch it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, so people, first of all, we're going to be reviewing Gangs of Lagos. This one's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I came into this with prejudgments.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rude.
I'm going to keep it honest because this is the realest movie and TV review show in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, I came in with prejudgments. I've seen a Nollywood film before. I've seen a few. I've seen about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Nollywood at all. In fact, I'm gonna keep it raw and rugged. I hate Nollywood films.
Have you ever seen from maybe not actually watched it, but actually seen it like pop up like a Nollywood movie on like Amazon Prime or like Netflix or anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I haven't.
Yeah,
and that was one of the reasons why I was originally wanted to watch it and support. So I was like, okay, it's on Amazon Prime. I've never really seen no adverts for that. Maybe.
No, the one that we reviewed was on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Nollywood. I'm not even being bad mind. I felt like I had seen enough to be like, yeah, this isn't good. The production's always poor. Like, the acting's just always like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Again, the production's always poor. The production is really always poor. Like, it is pretty much like a bag of doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like, I have only ever seen rubbish representations of Nollywood. Like, but I used to feel the same about Bollywood and Tollywood. So, you know, obviously doing what we do. So doing what we do, I still give things a go. Yeah. So when I sent you this, I still hadn't seen the trailer, actually.
Okay.
Up to now, I still haven't seen the trailer.
Okay.
I just saw the cover. I had heard about it. Not anything in particular. I just heard,
there's a movie called...
Gangs of Lagos. Yeah. I knew it was a Nollywood film, but I thought, you know what? Like I said, we're here to do a job, so let me do my job. So I sent that to you, not thinking that you would pick that.
Okay.
You get me? I thought you was going to pick another Amazon film, but cool, you didn't. Yeah. So you picked this, which was very interesting. Yeah? All right. So the thing with this is we want to start doing these reviews a bit more smarter, cleaner, and less spoilerish. Yeah? Okay. So we're going to try and get through this without spoiling too much. Yeah? First of all, we're going to get with the synopsis, because you already know that's what we do on the Get Down. Come on, man, as you're the guest.
Oh, there's gonna be no cool way of doing this, bro. I'm just gonna sound so offensive. Don't do
No, because we just pick at random now, or things that people have sent in. So I want you to read this like an AI robot.
How does an AI robot sound?
I don't know how you think it would sound.
Okay.
Yeah, read it like your Siri.
Hold on, I ain't even wearing my glasses like that, dog. a group of friends who each have to navigate their own destiny, growing up on the bustling streets and neighborhood of, okay, I can't even pronounce that, of Lagos. Let's just say Lagos.
Yeah. I'll let that slide.
You can pronounce that? Because I got... Exactly.
Isale Eko, if I remember. I'm trying to... It
how they say it in the film.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember how they say it in the film. And you know what? Big disclaimer, yeah? Man is going to get pure pronunciations wrong.
Well, names?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, like...
I don't even remember the names.
I am apologizing from early. Like, if you thought things were bad before, this is going to be kind of bad. Like, that's something, like... I realize as we do reviews, man really has to get a little bit better at it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pronouncing people's names. I know. That's pronouncing people's names properly.
But that's how I have to give him a little bit of a blind, because man ain't pronounce right.
Allow me. All right, yeah. Let's get into this, because I do want to know what you thought about this. Quickly, look, I want to talk about the writers and the producers, but I don't want to butcher no one's name. All right. So the director is Jade Salohe. I don't even want to pronounce the second name. Also Baloharu. Yo, man, you know what, yeah?
If you was my English teacher back in there, I think you're racist. I
Yeah, because
I swear down.
You know what, yeah? It's moments like this, and when we're doing like Korean films and like the Tollywood films, you realize man's a really English boy. You know, I can't even get, you know, when you have to do like a certain cadence. Yeah, it's like man can't even get the cadence right. Yo, it's humiliating sometimes, but you know what? We move, yeah. All right.
Open your mind, man.
All right. So interestingly, today I saw a review and I saw an interview with the writer who is Ki Deji. No, I'm just gonna stop here.
Well, I thought you resorted to
I'm gonna stop here, and I apologize. I'm gonna do better. I promise you. I'm gonna do better.
Let me see the word the name that you're trying to pronounce.
Here.
Yeah, no, like what Zeus said. Yeah, it's like the writer. Yeah,
yeah. I saw an interview of him today, which was interesting because I didn't plan on seeing that. It was literally because I only watched the film yesterday, and so seeing that interview kind of did add a bit more context to the film.
Okay.
All right, quickly. Essentially, what is this film about?
Life in the ghetto in Nigeria.
Yeah, gangs,
right?
Politics.
Rise to power.
Big politics.
Very big politics.
Yeah. From what little I know and what little research I have done, politics is plays a big part in Lagos. So this film it's about, I wanted to say three kids, but it's literally essentially about a kid that grows up in a city called Isale Eko. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And basically, it's basically how he's grown up in this town in Lagos. And what he becomes a part of, what he experiences, and how it ends, basically, in a nutshell. Yo, it is hot in this bitch. Yeah. Oh, who told me to wear all black and a sweater as if I ain't been here before?
That's wild.
You hear me? So yeah, let's get into it. Can we talk about the actors? Yeah?
Yeah. But before you say that, now keep in mind I've never actually sat down and watched a Nollywood movie before, but as we've established, like we've seen like clips and we've kind of got a gist of, and it probably is the bad representation, so we haven't seen the best of the best to make our perception over.
Yeah. What was your judgment of Nollywood films, as you're saying?
No, as you said, it's kind of like on the same level as Bollywood, like very bad camera quality. Production is like there's not much budget that gets pumped into them from what I've seen. Action, even like the sound of the vocals in the movies. And it's just, not really my go-to genre of movies, if I'm honest.
No, understandable. Okay. So what did you think going into this? What did you think of the trailer though? You saw the trailer. What did you
Yeah,
think
I thought it
going
was
into
interesting. I thought, like, I saw the trailer. I was like, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Especially since, to me, my ignorance, I've never seen or known or heard of a Nollywood movie being on a platform like Amazon. You get me? So I thought, I'm gonna support this. I'm gonna give it a watch. You get me? Like, and I didn't really go into it with any expectations of, this is gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what it was.
Okay, you know what? As I'm looking at the names, let's just get into this. You walked into this first 15 minutes. What was your thoughts? How did you walk into this?
Yeah, like I didn't know what to expect. I just know I wanted to watch it and see what it was about.
And so,
yeah. So that was
yeah.
it. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't know if it was like at first I thought it was a Western, like an old school Western, like The Harder They Fall, like because it had a very similar opening scene.
All right, I want to stop you there.
Oh,
because I want to throw in another disclaimer.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a few references that's going to sound a little bit ignorant, but we generally don't know. Like, because what you're referring to, I think is actually a thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's a religious type thing.
Especially when I see it at
the end. Yeah. So
fully disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're looking up.
Because when you said Western, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, dog. Wait a minute. We're going to sound a little ignorant here, but bear with us. You hear me? We're just being honest to what we know and through our eyes, through our lenses and how we see it. Yeah. Continue, my good friend.
Okay, and then when I saw that it wasn't that, then my mind started going to like, okay, is this like another City of God type thing? And then I feel like it was probably more, the more I watched it, especially like where the time period of where the film starts off. Yeah. Where the characters are. So, okay, this could be like another City of God type thing. I was like, all right, cool. So I was enjoying a good portion of the film, but I don't want to give, how much can I say right now?
We don't want to say too much
I don't
details because it's fresh.
Okay, so from the first section of the film, it piqued my interest enough to want to continue to watch. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to go back to talking about some of the acting and the performances. First off, I want to talk about the main guy. I think his name is Toby Bakary, I think it is. Okay. He played Obule. Yeah. He was the main guy, main character. He was the little boy who ended up growing up, and he's basically who the story is. He's basically centered around. Yeah. I just want to start off with saying the acting in this, led by a man like Toby, was definitely the best acting I have ever seen
in a Nollywood movie.
Now, obviously, from what I said previously about Nollywood films, that may seem like
where's the bar?
Yeah, it may seem like where's the bar. So I'm gonna go one step further. And say, Toby, especially, his acting in this was 7, 8 out of 10. I'm not going to say 10-10 this yet, and I'm going to get into why I'm not going to say 10-10. Yeah. But no,
there was emotion there. Like, you can look at man's eyes and feel like, okay, I'm not watching the movie.
Hear what I'm saying, cause I feel like we're being a bit coy now. Let me get into my bag. You hear me? Let me get into the bag now. You see this film here, yeah? You see what you said about City of God? Yeah. This is the African City of God. Yeah. Yeah? This 100%. Is the African City of God. Now, 100%. I heard there's another film called Brotherhood that he's in. Okay. I haven't seen that. So I don't know how close that is to gang culture or whatever not. But you see this film here. This was the African City of God.
It was.
That's exactly what I thought when I was watching this. I was super impressed by this.
Okay.
I was super impressed by this. This caught me off guard. Like I said, I came into this expecting. Yeah. Like I didn't know. Well, I did know what to think of Nollywood films. It just wasn't my bag. Yeah. So I came into this thinking, but first 5-10 minutes of this, I admit the first scene kind of threw me off.
What, the very first?
The very first scene,
Okay.
I was like, this is gonna be one of them films. Like literally the first 2 minutes, the way it kind of went off was kind of how I know Nollywood films to be. And I was like,
Okay.
And then literally the scene after that, there was a bit of narration.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is a bit different. And then they done like an angle. They panned an angle, the scenery. And I was like, hold on, wait, this ain't the normal Nollywood thing. This ain't the normal Nollywood flex. Because the cinematography in Nollywood films, let's be honest, it's like a filmed assembly.
There was definitely budget behind this movie.
Bro.
Like, they definitely had a budget.
You know what it was? I feel like, I don't want to take no credit, you get me? And I know Dan wouldn't want to neither, but I feel like they almost heard our call. Yeah?
Okay.
I feel like they heard our call. After we watched Triple R, we was like, yo.
Triple H.
We was like, yo, Nollywood.
Yeah.
You need to take some notes. You need to take some notes.
Some people might be watching this, you know. Some
Bro,
of them might be
maybe
watching.
some. I heard the writer, I think he's from Northwest, or he lives in Northwest.
it?
One of the two.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I would even go as far to say, like, where, as I said, where the film starts off, like the time period where they're younger, and that's not a spoiler. I'd have ever imagined to think, but I think the kids' acting was good.
Yeah.
acting
But
was
that's what I'm
good.
saying. In the beginning of the film, it starts off really good. Like, it keeps you engaged and intrigued. Like, the acting from the very beginning is different, bro. Yeah. It's like, yo, it's like, it literally is like a City of God type film. Like, I was so taken back that this was a Nollywood film. Like, I'm gonna keep drilling that. I was so taken back. Like, I haven't seen enough Nollywood films to say this. Yeah. But this has to be a top 5 Nollywood film. It has to be. It has to be a top 3. Come on, it has to be a top 3. Like, the cinematography on this was on point. Storyline was on point. Acting was on point.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because it is watchitornottv. Like, for me, the beginning was good. It was gripping. It had my attention. The middle, it threw, like when there was the time jump, bro. That kind of threw me, you know. I was.
Well, after the certain scene, and then it went to that.
Yeah. So that certain scene, banging, was like, oh, mad.
Yo, fight scenes were in this,
bro. Did you like them?
Bro, I thought it was sick.
For real?
Yeah, I thought it was sick.
Nah, they were wild, bro. They were, that's the part I didn't like.
Bro, it looked...
Not all the fight scenes.
You know what I liked about this?
Bro, where they start doing kung fu moves from?
Hold on, wait. Not that fight scene. I'm talking about the one in the street.
Okay, all right,
like
yeah,
the reckless one.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, that's kind of a bit more like a football factory
slugfest,
machetes.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was,
but in the warehouse.
All right, so reason why this ain't 10-10 is because there was still
there was some questionable
blunders.
Parts.
There was still a few blunders.
There was some questionable parts.
I'm gonna boil it down to it's still a Nollywood film. Like I still think there's a certain look and a certain thing that they do that is why it's still Nollywood production.
All right,
you get me?
So not that I've like...
It's the same thing, man. Talk about with Triple R.
Yeah, but I was just about to say that. Now I haven't sat down and watched Bollywood movies, but I know what Bollywood movies are known for in terms of the bright colors, the over exaggeration, the dancing, the singing, and everything like that. Like because I haven't this is my first experience of watching a Nollywood movie. I didn't know if there was any certain specific characteristics that they're known for. So had I known that kind of fight style within a movie or the exaggeration of it, like I would have mentally been able to give it a blight. But not knowing that and watching it and seeing the younger female or the smaller female take man's head and just wham, and it's like, where you getting all this strength from? But man done some jump flying kicks.
The funny thing is, that's the kind of Nollywood style I'm used to seeing and not liking because it's normally just so over dramatic, so stupid. But in this film, they've managed to place it where it doesn't look so out there. Yeah. It's not so out there.
No, for me, it was kind of wild. I'm not that one in the warehouse, like when there was the 3 of them taking on a good couple of them. Yeah. Like that, for me, that was like, what's going on there?
No, there was a couple wild scenes. But all in all, though, like this film, I feel like what little I know about the African culture, this was very authentic. It seemed very authentic. It seemed very real. A couple of points. Very confusing to follow the dialogue.
Okay.
They kept switching between. They do what like Bollywood films do, where they switch between languages.
Yeah.
So I think it's Yoruba.
Yoruba. I believe.
Yoruba.
Yeah.
See, I just don't be getting
and
it
the worst
right.
thing is we're black, you know. That's the worst. You know, there's a couple people looking at this like, you coconut motherfucker.
You know, couple men's this side-eyeing like, brother, though you have no African friends, bro.
And the worst thing is we do.
I know.
We got a lot.
I know, but
Like, we got African fam. Yeah. But it's like,
yeah. But they kept switching between the two languages, which made it very hard to follow at times.
You know what?
You definitely had to have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
And
well, no, because
you watched this without subtitles. You couldn't have watched it without subtitles. It was clearly in other languages at times. Like most of it.
But then it switches into subtitles. Like the subtitles comes up when it's in
Did you not find the narration quite hard to keep up with as well? Sometimes I didn't always understand what they were saying.
Oh, for real? When it was in English, I understood.
Okay, because it still had an accent, and I thought sometimes the accent was quite strong. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand. All right, you got what the
you changed.
How am I racist? How am I? So you understand all Africans now? You the African whisperer now? Yeah, what's going on here, bro? Yeah, you don't understand all languages. What the hell?
Oh, but it's the accent. It's not the language,
bro. But I don't understand all accents, bro.
I say no.
Like shit, man. Try and shoot me down. Yeah, I don't understand the accent. It was a bit strong for me. It was a bit strong. But other than that,
sound like a real Karen right now.
Allow it. The accent at times was a bit strong for me. The flip between English and the different language, Yoruba.
We could never do this if we were white. You know that, right?
I mean, we could. You just gotta be honest. You just gotta be honest. This is the realest.
You know what? This is an eye opener for. We need to learn more.
Yeah, no, and that's one thing this film did do. It did make me a lot more interested to want to check out the gang community, the gang culture, the political side, because that seems like it's a bit of a madness. Because that played a strong part.
It's
in
so
this.
true. So that I see where you're coming from. So I guess in in Nigeria it probably is, or in Lagos it probably is a very big thing.
Well, I have heard it is. I've heard like being in politics is basically like a celebrity over there. You hear me? So a lot of people want to get into politics because it holds a lot of power, holds a lot of weight. And you see that in this film.
Here is my question though, throughout the whole film. Where's the police at any point? Like with all this crime, murder.
That's a good point.
Very, very loud, like very open street fights.
It does seem like one of those places that maybe police just don't be rolling through.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't be rolling.
I did like though, and I did like. When the woman goes at the beginning and she goes to what was his name now? The original main guy that was
Nino.
The old not Nino, before Nino took over.
Where he goes to her for help.
Yeah, and he's like, "What, you went to the police?"
Yeah, don't say
go back to them.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what made it. There was like a few authentic bits where I was like, "Look, I'll help." Oh, but you went there.
Go back to them and they'll help you.
Nah,
I like that.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I was impressed with this film, bro. This film, like, it's still, like I said, it still had a few down points. There was still some acting that was a bit mad. Oh, the mum scene at the funeral.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a lot of highlights in this that made me think. I'm going to be honest. This film done what Triple R done in terms of like, I'm invested in now. Yeah.
Gateway movie.
Yeah, this is a gateway movie to Nollywood now. If this is what's happening, if there's some hidden gems like this out there, then I'm all for it, because I did not know about this before, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like there wasn't. Like, don't lie to me. Someone like get us in the comments and let us know if there's other films. I know there's Brotherhood, but I'm pretty sure.
I'll try that out.
I'm pretty sure that this is a top 3. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. I'm pretty sure.
Do you know one thing I did like about it though? It was very violent. It was very, very
That's
violent.
what you liked?
No, I did like it was very violent. Right. Because if you're in the slums, the ghetto, and like gang culture, and it's like, you could just tell like everyone's just poor, and it's like, we're doing what we need to do in it. Like, there's no rules. Everything's like, anything will go.
They didn't hold back from the violence either. Or even showing certain things.
Yeah.
Like, because they done it in a good way where it was like, they would show it, but they won't show it. but they would show enough.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I know exactly what happened.
Yeah,
And then you know what I do like as well? I know this is it's a bit mad.
Gotcha.
But I want to see the after effects. Like, show me what his face
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, yeah,
Like, don't
yeah,
just
yeah.
breeze past that and make her like, nah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And they did things like that. But away from the violence as well, going back to the storyline, I feel like they've done very good in sticking to the storyline. Like, it was a good running story, even in how certain people was reunited. You know, like him and the girl, swung back round. Things that I didn't really expect to see again.
One thing I liked about that whole segment, how the story concluded, that portion of the story, I didn't find it was bait. Like, you know, the romance side of things.
Yeah.
I didn't think the conclusion was bait.
No, it was a bit obvious.
No,
not
I
obvious.
think it was obvious.
No. Not bad obvious. I mean, it was like, yeah, that's...
Okay,
that
that would
sense.
be the result.
It made sense I could see how that would happen.
That is realistic.
Yeah. That's what I mean in terms of.
And there was a twist as well. There was a couple. There's like, I counted at least maybe 2 twists, and they were both kind of towards the end as well. It was like, oh, because of that, and then because of that, and then it circled right back to the beginning.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
The main little twist that wasn't really a twist. I kind of knew it would kind of get there. I kind of had a feeling. Okay, I bet you any money that's this. The main thing that triggered everything else, like in the second half of the movie.
Oh, see, I
didn't see that.
I didn't see that coming because, like, I didn't think the antagonist was at the time that big of a character to have that big of an impact on the movie, as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when that certain character was introduced, I didn't think like, oh, okay, that character is gonna have a big impact on everything moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just like on the same level as the other
I would agree in terms of I felt like there wasn't enough character development with a lot of the characters. Like a lot of people just kind of came back into play or came into play, and it was like you didn't really know where they came from or where they kind of stood in terms of you don't know enough about them to judge them. They just kind of they were just thrown in your way. So I get what you were saying in terms of that.
When there was the time jump, did you know who everyone was straight away? Because I was a bit confused.
I knew who Panna was. I knew who...
See, Panna was the one I didn't know who. I thought Panna was the main one at first.
I thought the girl was the girl.
Yeah.
No, but she wasn't.
Was she?
No. The girl that was with them...
Yeah, but there was like 3 of them rolling.
I know, but the girl that... that wasn't the girl from... You hear me?
Nah, man, there was 2 bait females in there.
Yeah, I know.
One and then the other one, the more gangster one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew who the gangster one was.
That wasn't the one.
Surely it was.
It wasn't.
So who is she?
That's what I'm saying. She was just thrown in, bro.
No. No, it's not. No,
it was, because why do you think that what we just spoke about it obviously making sense?
No, I'm not. No, that is the same. There's the 2 of them, the 2 main females, are the same 2 females from when they were younger.
Oh, I was only talking about one.
No, either way, they're both still the same.
I was only talking about the one. I was only talking about the one
that grew up.
Yeah, but I do feel like there wasn't really enough character development for
there was a lot of rushed. There was a lot. There was some not a lot. There was some moment. There was a few moments where I remember at the time. I can't think of him right now, but I remember at the time watching him, feeling like, yeah, this kind of just got moved along very quickly. Like, you know what I did? I can't talk about it because we're trying to do it a lot less spoilery, right?
Yeah.
But I do feel.
See, I wouldn't say it was rushed because it was actually quite long as well. Like and the only thing I would say, if they did add that character development, it would have been way too long. Which is what like Bollywood films do, which we always complain about and wonder why it's always 3.5 hours. But it's because they do like a long story of building this person up and blah blah blah, which I would have liked from this film. But it would have been a bit too long. But then maybe if they just took out some scenes, because there was some scenes that was probably that could have been cut a little bit. But what didn't you like about this film?
As I said, the middle. I didn't like the middle. I wasn't
like the middle.
When the that crazy like wild fight scene started happening. But then again, as I said, I didn't know that was the style of movie, so allow me for that. I said at times I thought it was a little bit rushed. In terms of progressing the story, but as mentioned, it was already 2 hours, but they could have swapped and changed a couple of things to explain things a bit more. Like, i.e., like when when my man was a child, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna actually. It's so hard to say without spoiling.
It is.
It's hard, man.
It is, but it's too new.
Struggling.
It's too fresh for
I'm
us,
struggling.
and I don't think enough people know about it.
Because I finished watching it today.
Okay, so it's still fresh in your head.
Very, very fresh.
Yeah, I feel like it's still gonna be too fresh for us to just spoil it. Want people to have time and have their own opinion if they're gonna go and check it out. Who was your favorite character?
I think Nino.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Nino.
he was only in it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but he was a cool guy, man. Nino was cool, bro.
He was.
He was gangster, but cool,
Yeah.
caring, but would kill a man for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
Nino was kind of cool.
Nah, he was.
Brother still. Who's yours?
It has to be the main character, man. Has to be the main character.
Okay.
I thought, you know what I really liked about him? Again, I'm gonna go on about the acting that I've noticed previously with Nollywood just being so over exaggerated and just overdone. He was just so kind of just cool. Like he kept it steady. When he needed to wild out, he wilded out. But for the most part, he just
level-headed.
Yeah, and his acting was just was on point. Like I felt like it was on point, like all the time,
almost effortless.
Yeah. I felt when there was emotion needed to be felt, like he made the film feel very authentic into whatever moods it needed to feel. Like because I still felt like a lot of the other actors were a little bit over exaggerated, and there were some scenes that was a bit. You get me? I did like. Is his name Kazim?
Yeah,
Kazim. I did like him.
Yeah,
I think
he was a very believable character.
He was
very believable.
He was a good antagonist.
Yeah.
He was very good. He was good. Favorite bit of the film?
Favorite bit of the film. Yeah, I can't say that.
Like a favorite scene, because I'll say like the scene in the street, like the fight scene. Like I think that's where the film where I sat up and I was like, oh, okay. You hear me? That's why I was like that. That was like some gangs in New York shit.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And then from there it was like I was invested.
You know, I would probably have to say the same. As much as I didn't like certain fight scenes, but when it was more raw and less choreographed, because I think that's what I really didn't like about it. It was some fight scenes were way too produced.
Yeah.
Like, where did you learn to do that move and why did you never do it again?
But I wasn't mad at it because I've seen it look so clumsy in Nollywood before, where I was like, okay, at least we got a choreographer now. You hear me? At least there's a little bit of structure.
It's like man was doing free running. Is it free? Yeah, free jumping or whatever it's called, brother.
I mean, sometimes you have a free jump, run, spin, and kick.
Nah, bro. Yeah, that's literally what was happening, brother. It's like, where did you learn this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you have to do that.
And it's like, one thing I did think there would have been a lot more guns in the film, like a lot more straps. But then
I
again,
feel like that's what made it kind of
everyone was kind of poor.
Yeah, and so where you was, it was like you're just grabbing a pole, a plank of wood,
a bit of the table,
a flipping shovel.
Yeah.
You hear me? It's like whatever. You're just grabbing it. This I was impressed, man. I'm impressed. Nollywood. You might have got one here, man. On that note, let's get into a watch it or not. Well, let me get into my watch it. For me, this is a definite watch it. I was super impressed by this film. The story was 10-10 for me. The story was 10-10. How it developed, I wouldn't necessarily say it was 10-10. There was still a few flaws. But all in all, for what it was and where it got to and how it started, 10-10. Acting was on point. Cinematography on point. Like, this was the best Nollywood film I've ever seen. And I haven't seen a lot. I've seen about 5. Yeah, I've seen about 5.
Yeah.
But this is miles ahead. This is fucking Marvel. This is Nollywood Marvel, bro. This is Nollywood Marvel in comparison to the Nollywood films I have seen, bro.
Okay.
But I need to know if there's more like this. Don't just tell me there's brotherhood. I need to know there's more.
It was very gangster.
If there's more, then cool. If there's not, then I'm saying it. This is Nollywood's triple R.
Okay.
This is that. Like, this slapped for me. I enjoyed this, and I think I enjoyed it more because I really didn't expect it. Really didn't expect it.
Before I give my opinion, let me ask you this, because I asked myself this the same question, because it's where I was mentally making the connection to. Where would you put this against City of God, or how would you stack this up against City of God? Because that's the only film that I can kind of compare it to in terms of being in the slums, the hood, from kids growing up.
City of God's a fucking classic, bro.
I know, that's what I'm asking.
Like, that's like up there.
I know.
Lil Z. Like,
I know.
Nah, it's like, what did you ask me?
It's like, how would you stack this up against City of God?
I mean, like, it's one of City of God's sons, isn't it? Like, what are we doing here?
I think a bit more like a nephew, but I don't know about a son.
We're talking like, yeah, but I mean, like, you're just gonna, yeah,
you had
like,
City of God in this one. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
this is in my footsteps. You hear me? It's like, yeah, come on, man, we can't compare the two. What are we doing here?
I'm
Like,
just saying it's a similar genre.
we can't compare the two.
Similar storyline.
But it can get the grace of, this is like a City of God's style film, but from this narrative. And yeah, I will definitely give it that. Like, this is a watch it, man. You know what? I'm taken by surprise. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you know how ignorant I came into watching this film, like,
Imagine sit down.
yeah, literally. And then the first scene, I was like, yeah, here we go. Same old bullshit. Same old Nollywood bullshit. You hear me? Trust me, I was not on it. You hear me? But this film, I was impressed. I don't even know if people's gonna think it was as good as I did. But I feel like they would. If you go into this thinking what you thought of Nollywood films, like on my level, you're gonna love this film. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm standing on it.
Fair enough. All right. So for me, I'll get to the point. It was a watch it. It's definitely not the City of God, but it is as you said, a son of City of God. Like it stems from that. It's part of that same branch.
Yeah,
You know me? It's part of the same.
They've done a very good job in doing their own interpretation of that.
I thought like seeing the corruption side of Nigeria, of Lagos.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
I heard there's been a little bit of backlash about that.
Oh,
I don't know if it's because, and that's what I'm saying, it made me more intrigued to want to find out more, because I don't know if it's more about the fact that people just, like, you don't want that kind of narrative out there, that's how things are over here. And even in terms of, like, I heard something about, the scene that you was talking about, and I don't know what they're called, but they're dressed in white and they wear the hat. Like, even with that, them holding a gun, that's what makes you think, okay, that's kind of a religious thing right there. People in the comments, if you can explain to us, if you watch the film, the scene at the beginning, there's someone in all white, like it's like an all white.
Yeah, but
what do you call it?
Like, at first I thought it was like a Mardi Gras thing. Like, festival. Well, then I thought maybe it's someone's funeral or what.
And then it's like a sombrero type hat.
Exactly. But I didn't know what.
I don't know what that is. So people in the comments. Stop calling us that.
I'm just saying what we sound.
No, we ain't. Yeah, we learn it. Yeah, we learn it. No, but I like this. You know why? Because the same thing, and I keep going back to it, but with the Bollywood and the Tollywood, like, we can learn something in the comments.
Each one.
Yeah, so teach us something. There's some things that we don't know that we might have sounded ignorant about. Let us know in the comments so we can learn something.
Please.
Yeah? All right. So next time, by the time man do Brotherhood or another Nollywood film, man's going to know the goings-ons and the goings-ons.
Say no.
You hear me?
I think it was a watch it. It was violent. It wasn't unnecessarily violent as well. I feel like the violence had its place.
Yeah, it made sense.
I feel like it had its place. Even the romance side of things, it wasn't your bait statistical. There's just a romance scene for this, just the sake of there's a romance scene. It kind of made sense to me. I felt
you keep saying romance. I didn't even feel like there was, but
this is what I'm saying. It's not your bait. It's not your bait. Average. No. We're just gonna fall in love and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did like that. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm finished. When he was walking into the butcher. Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say, what, podcast done?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That made me joke. Like,
I know you're talking
that's
about.
what I'm saying. Even like the mannerisms and stuff like that's like what made me say it's like it's quite authentic to what little I know about the African culture. Like when I've seen like the older men and how they carry on and certain words and lingo that they use. a lot of it's portrayed in this.
I'm not gonna lie though, yeah. I don't care what status someone is or how much respect I have for them. I'm not getting on the floor every time that someone.
It's so interesting because again with the interview,
I need to know if that's actually
that was
a thing.
yeah, it is. Like,
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like how you greet your
Belly
elders.
down.
Yeah, you do a press up or something like that. It's like some kind of press up. Like it's a.
That's wild.
I mean, learn something. Yeah,
Alright, you know,
teach us in the
you know,
culture.
it's so
learn
true.
something.
Let me not judge another
Bounty.
culture.
Bounty.
But no, it was a watch it for me, man. Like it's interesting. I feel like this is the closest I've seen to City of God in a while. So yeah, man, go check it out. It's a watch it for me.
Yeah, man, this was good stuff, man.
It was.
It's on Amazon Prime. If you're looking for it, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. Yellow background. Yeah, man, they done their thing in this. They done their thing, man. Shout out to everyone involved. I'd love to find out some more. And you heard it here. I will be checking out more Nollywood films in the future. Yes.